Holy shit. Holy actual shit. Like, ugh. Oh my god. I think I just read my favorite romantasy of all time, at least for now. And if you thought you knew what a slow burn was, nope, you didn't. Not until this book, not until Reclaimed by Seth Haddon. If you truly thought you knew what a slow burn was, Seth Haddon pulls a Kool-Aid man and just busts through the wall of your expectation on slow burn. I didn't think I was going to get a sex scene out of this. I thought we were doomed. I thought maybe this was a clean romance. Ugh, what? No. And at the very last second, Haddon gives it to you, and oh my god, it is the best sex scene I have ever read. It was worth the wait. And I'm talking about Reclaimed by Seth Haddon. This is a part of a world. There are standalone books in it. This is the third. There's also, I think, like a novella at the beginning. But honestly, start with the third book. The first book is not as good. It's fine. It happens all the time. All of us authors write it's a practice book. I would almost recommend reading them backwards. Read the third book and then the second book, and then you don't need to read the first book. The other two really deliver, so like whatever, that's fine. But in Reclaimed, we have Saba, a trans man and a refugee from a country that was colonized by the neighboring Rezwyn Empire. When he's framed for killing a Rezwyn noble, Ambassador Luan Zeke arrives to take custody of Saba. Naturally, Saba hates Zeke on principle. The Rezwyn Empire destroyed his country, forcing him to live in Biongrad, a country that refuses to give his people equal status. And Zeke believes Saba is innocent, and together they have to piece together what really happened, all while a tear has opened between their world and the powerful astral sea, a place where people are unmade, and it's growing. This has enemies to lovers, forced proximity, age gap, and like big versus small, which I'm not sure if that is like a trope, but it is now, and like a ton of court intrigue. And it is if you put the amazing sex scene aside, you have a really interesting and in-depth look at least one person's understanding of being either trans or non-binary. It is a fantasy world, so things don't map on exactly, obviously, but it really is an exploration of self and that dichotomy of self-love, but also self-acceptance and self-understanding. If nothing else, just enjoy the ride, because we really do get some great enemies to lovers, and Luan Zeke is a big dude, and that is hot. It was so hot. I was like, the tension. That last scene, the scene with the sex scene, it's just like immediately into the spank bank. I was like, okay, saving this one for later. Bookmarked. Thank you very much. And Haddon has some other books too, so I really want to read them. Some of them are sci-fi, and look at the cover on this one. Yes, no, maybe, please, and thank you. I want all of that. So there's still more within the Haddon universe that I want to read. I loved Reborn, the second book in the Reforged series that Reclaimed is in, and I read that one first, and then I went back and read the first one, and I was like, it's just not as good. So really, 2 and 3 are great. I really enjoyed this one the entire time, and I would recommend it to anyone who is looking for romantasy, especially queer romantasy. And he does not skimp on world building. You can read them separately because they're happening in separate countries with separate couples, but these countries all affect each other and their politics affect each other. So you do get lore and politics in these other countries, like the Rezwyn Empire. That's in book 2. We deal with the Rezwyn Empire, but it's not necessary. Haddon does a really good job of giving you the information you need. You might get a little lost, maybe, but I really don't think so. I certainly didn't when I read book 2 first. I was like, I have enough information for this. It's not overly complicated. However, he has created a really airtight world that is kind of easily understood. So it doesn't need to be complicated, and it's not complicated, and you actually learn more about the world in book 3 that kind of opens up your understanding about some of the things that happened in the earlier books. So I would recommend this one 100 times over. Queer books written by queer people is one of the things that I am trying to prioritize, especially trying to prioritize reading MM/ that is written by someone who identifies as queer and male or non-binary or trans. That is like something I'm really trying to prioritize. It's often hard to find because of the use of pen names, but it is something I want to read before I read other versions. I have no problem with women or people who identify as women writing queer romance. I don't have a problem with that at all, but I do want to prioritize reading those works from other people because it is their lived experience, and oftentimes it's nice to read books that are written for a specific audience that maybe isn't you. And that's one of my favorite things to do because I learn a lot about other people, their experiences, their difficulties, their hardships, their joy, and their love. And that's one of the things I really, really enjoy. So definitely pick up Reclaimed by Seth Haddon, also Reborn, and then the rest of what he's got going on. I'm gonna be checking this out. So stay tuned for more Seth Haddon.